Come in. Oh. Easter is so early this year. Usually I have time at least to think about making an Easter dress, even if I don't end up making it. I thought about it. This year I haven't even thought about it, and so it's definitely not going to happen. But I did think about these cute little fabric Easter eggs. Here's a quilted one. I need to give credit to the crocheters on this one. I've been seeing crocheted versions of fillable Easter eggs popping up on Instagram and such. And I thought, ooh, it'd be so cute and easy to make fabric ones, and probably faster, at least for me, than crocheting them. And they're actually really, really fast. I'm pretty sure this one without any of the stuff took me less than 5 minutes. Like, it was so fast. And so you can actually hop over to my shop and get the little pattern before we start so that you can have the egg shape, or if you want to draw it yourself, that's totally fine. And I'm going to show you how to make the basic egg, and then we're going to batch sew some quilted ones so you can make a bunch at one time. It's going to be really fun and really fast, and then we're going to fill them with chocolate. Obviously. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I also want to tell you I have some more Easter patterns in my shop. They've been a little crushed in my bin. These Easter bunnies, not Easter bunnies, bunnies with the little removable rompers are in there. Super cute. And then last year I made a pattern for Matchbox bunnies. One of my favorite things ever. They're so cute. Here's a little girl. And here is a little gentleman bunny. Cutie pie with the bow tie. So those are the Easter patterns that I have already. And then you can also go grab this one. I'll put a link to it in the very first part of the description below, so you can go grab it and get your little egg shape so we can start. Okay, let's get right to it. Okay, so what you're going to need for just the basic regular egg, actually let's put some little embellishments on there, we might as well while we're at it, is just a piece of fabric. I'm going to use this cute pink one and a scrap of batting. So you also need something for the inside. It can be the same fabric or it can be a different one. I'm going to use this pink. So I'm just going to cut big enough piece of this to cut all three out at once. The reason you need a lining just for the front is so that the inside of your egg isn't batting, because over time that's going to wear down and get fuzzy all over your jelly beans. Okay, so I'm going to layer these like this. I'm going to go the backing or the lining fabric face down. Mine doesn't have a pretty side, but face down if yours does. And then the batting, and then the egg fabric face up. We're going to pin and cut this out. Literally after I filmed that intro, my dog came in here and hacked something up. So that was a pleasant start. Your pattern piece will have like pretty words on it and stuff. This is just my prototype. So there's that. I'm going to put this piece of trim on it. When you're choosing trims, you need to choose ones that can curve, like rickrack, or some of them just naturally curve. Some of them don't. So in order not to have it straight across, which is fine too, but I wanted mine to curve, so I'm gonna go just stitch this across, and I'm gonna go through all three layers. If you are new, or if you don't quite yet trust your skills, you can go baste all the way around this to hold your layers together, but batting tends to be pretty sticky, so it almost like velcros it to your fabrics. And if you don't have batting, you can use something else substantial, kind of like maybe flannel. A piece of flannel in there is fine. So I'm just gonna go stitch this across my egg. Alrighty, cute. Feel free to add more. I'm just gonna add this one for now. Okay, then I need my fabric again. It can be the same fabric or a different one. I already lost it. I'm going to cut my back pieces. Cut them a little bit differently. They get cut on the fold, so they kind of line themselves, if that makes sense. I'm gonna cut one of the top, one of the bottom on the fold. Okay, take the pins out of those, and I'm gonna go press this crease into them. So now they are a front, or a top and a bottom, and it's self-lined. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put it together. This is the last step. Can you believe that? The last sewing step. Okay, first I'm gonna place the top down, then I'm going to place the bottom down. And they do overlap right here, about 5/8 of an inch. Going to pin all the way around it, and I'm gonna go sew them together in a 1/4 inch seam. I told you, super, super fast. You guys should see the grocery bag of plastic eggs I've been using for years. Every year, okay, side note, yes, my kids are teens. They still like to get Easter baskets. you know, just with a couple dollars and some candy in there. They still like it. So anyway, my plastic Target bag full of plastic eggs that I have to kind of try to find the non-broken ones and pair them together every year. So these are going to be a vast improvement. I showed them to Layla and she said, "Oh, can you put these in our Easter baskets?" And so there you go. Teens like eggs too. Okay, you didn't need to leave an opening or anything for turning because you have this opening, in case you were wondering why we weren't leaving an opening. Okay, I'm going to trim this slightly just to reduce bulk. Not too close, maybe halfway. And then I'm simply going to turn it right side out. So cute. I love these. I need to make some boyish ones for my son. Use my trusty chopstick to get the edges nice and neat. And then I'm going to go press it flat. Oh, it looks pretty flat already. And there we go. A finished egg. That was so fast. Let's see, I've only been recording for 7 minutes. Now, because I know that you may be like me and have more than one Easter basket to fill, and usually, you know, I put quite a few eggs in each basket and I can't spend 7 minutes making each one or else I would be here all day. So I'm going to try to make a quilted panel so that I can make more patchwork eggs and make them all at the same time. So I'm going to cut a piece of batting. Maybe I'm gonna want to cut them out like staggered. So I'm going to cut my piece of batting like this. And then I'm going to find a backing fabric that can go under the whole thing. I actually like this one. Ooh, my rectangle is not very straight. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put my backing fabric down here. I'm going to, it's sticking, layer my batting on top of it. I'm gonna sort of make a quilt as you go panel of this. If you have seen my jar cozy and can cozy tutorial, then this is kind of the same thing, only I'm gonna make horizontal lines. I think for that project I made vertical. Although I might want to cut them this way because then I get a greater variety of stripes. Yeah, so I am gonna make vertical lines and then I won't need as big of fabric scraps. So I'm going to start with this piece. I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to put that right there. And then I'm going to get another piece of fabric, such as, well, there are not very long strips in my scrap drawer. That one will fit down here. Save that one. Let's see. Ooh, I kind of like this yellow one. Okay, so I'm going to stitch this one right sides together to this one. These are already both straight lines. If you don't have straight lines, you'll need to make some. Since my piece is a little larger, I'm gonna go ahead and put some pins. Okay, I'm just gonna go stitch in a 1/4 inch seam here. Okay, I stitched that and then I just pressed it open. And now I can stitch another piece on. I'm gonna keep going like this. Okay, I kind of like that one. I'm gonna go stitch this one on next. As you go, if you don't want to be so straight, you can also make some more diagonal lines and that would also be interesting. I don't really like that one, it doesn't match. I actually think I want to cut a piece of this. Almost there. Okay, I guess on this half down here, I'm just gonna put some more boyish fabrics and then I can make some boy eggs for my son. Let's see, here's a blue. Not quite big enough. Okay, now let's see how many eggs I can get out of this. I think it's gonna be quite a few. I'm going to use this heat erasable pen. Okay, so now that I have this made, I just want to make sure I stay on the batting. Maybe I should trim it down just so I don't miss the batting. It's kind of wonky looking. Okay, now I can sort of I can rotate my egg. I can make all kinds of eggs with this one quilted piece. I got these pens recently. They disappear when you iron. It's pretty impressive. I didn't trust it at first. Let's see, I'm gonna put this one up here. Okay, if I had had the foresight to like measure, then I would have been able to have less waste. But that's okay. Oops, wow, I'm a mess. Gonna put one here. Let's get this stripe in that one. What if I made one this direction so I don't waste this piece? You can barely equal out this way. There. Now I can cut them out. So after I cut these out, all I will need to do is make the back pieces and sew them all together. You don't have to do a patchwork version. You could batch sew a bunch of the same fabrics, eggs, and then put different embellishments on each one if you want, by just layering the lining and then the batting and then one piece of fabric and cutting out several eggs if you are pressed for time. Come in. Oh, well, I'm still filming. I'm really sorry, and it's loud.
It's so cold in here.
Layla's gonna put that in the video.
Arr, arr.
Sorry, girl.
Okay, woman. I even saw these. These are bright white. So.
Okay, that ended up not being very much waste at all. I'm gonna put this piece back into my scrap bin. So I actually got a lot of eggs out of that piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the bigger your piece, obviously, the more eggs you'll get. I was able to squeeze 9 out of that. So now all I have to do is put backings on them. Since I have a large chunk of this, I might just do most of them the same, except these. And then I can cut a bunch at once. Okay, I finished a couple of them. I just have to make the rest. It's so fast and easy. I definitely think that if you have a long way to go in your Easter basket making journey, like years left, these are definitely worth the time it takes to make them. It really doesn't take very long at all. And so don't forget, you can hop over and get the little pattern from my shop for just a few dollars. You can have the egg pattern piece and the instructions with pictures. And also, if you want to make some bunnies or cute Matchbox bunnies. There's no bunny in this one. Here's one. The pattern for this is in there too. So I hope you all have a good time getting ready for Easter. If you are making an Easter dress, you'll have to show me on Instagram or something at PinCutSew, because I can live vicariously through you. I used to have time to make all my Easter dresses, but no more. Anyway, I hope this has been enjoyable for you. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I have a hand quilting tutorial coming up very soon, so you don't want to miss that. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.
Hey, Mom. Where did you put my jelly?
Your jelly?
My jelly.
I think I put it in the fridge.
I couldn't find
Or
it.
the pantry on the right hand top side.
I couldn't find it.
Okay, well then I put it in the fridge. I know I did.
Alright.
You couldn't find the what?
I can't find my jelly.
Your jelly? Toast jelly.
I think it's in the fridge. Oh, my battery's about to die.